Boardgames with Niramas, and today me and Drako have a special guest with us. Here's Martin.
Yes, my name is Martin, I'm a fellow board gamer, and it's a pleasure to be here on the show today.
And of course we have another guest, which is Seven Wonders Duel, which we'll be looking at today. We'll do a little run through, and I'll just say a few things about the game first. It was published in 2015, so it's a fairly new game. Of course it's based on the Seven Wonders concept, which was a very popular game. And this one is 2-player. And what's the goal of the game, would you say, Martin?
Well, the goal is actually really interesting. My goal is actually to beat you.
Yeah,
so.
of course. Yeah, it's the same for Drako, you know.
Yeah,
like that.
But the interesting in this game is that you actually have several ways to do so. You can either win by military might, or go up the scientific progress, or at the end of the game win by points.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it was published in Sweden by Repos Production, and it's designed by Anton Bossa and Bruno Catala. And you know, 30 minutes or so, I would say this game takes, and you know, it's from 10 years up according to the box. And of course, 2 players. Complexity-wise, referred to by Board Game Geek as a medium light, 2 out of 5. And you know, what's your favorite part of the game, would you say, Martin?
Well, the favorite part is probably the replayability of it. That you can play so many different games and not a single game will be the same as the one you just played before. And that makes it a really big hit for anyone from families to hardcore gamers. And I also like the production value of even though it's just cards, you actually have a little bit of a board and you have some pieces, and it makes it feel not just like a card game, but a proper board game as well.
Yeah, actually. And the game is played over 3 phases. You have these pyramids of different sorts, which you will see in a moment. And as Martin said, there's different ways to win. And also you put pressure on the other one. If Martin goes heavy into military, that means I have to defend myself using military as well. Even if I'm aiming for a science victory, for example. Alright, but enough of that. Let's go to the game and see how it's played. Yeah. Well, welcome back, and now we're ready to start the game. And well, I'm gonna show a little bit of the basics here. We have the coins, we have the military track where you move up and down depending on your military strength, and if you ever get to the end here, then when you move this marker here, then you win by military. But let's say that I get a card that has 1 in military strength, and I would move 1 against Martin, and then he gets a card at 1 military strength, he would move it back. So it's a game of balance. Then we have our wonders here. Each start with 4 wonders that we can build. We start with 7 coins, and here's the main board of the game with the pyramid here and the cards, and I'm not gonna go into too much of how it works, but basically we take turns taking one of these cards, and these cards that are hidden are going to be revealed once these 2 cards are taken, and so on. But you will see how it goes during the game, and I think that's about it. Are you ready to get going, Martin?
Yep, let's play.
Alright, so first of all we will determine the first player, and you can do that of course in many ways, but we just do this. If you just choose the
3 will be fine.
3, alright. Alright, so I start, and what I do is I take one of these cards, and in the beginning you want to look for production, like this one here. It's free, there's no cost on it, but it gives me 1 wood, which I'm going to use later on, of course, when I need to build these wonders. As you can see here, it requires wood. Okay.
And as for me, I have a little bit of different wonders. The pyramids, Appian Way, the mausoleum, as well as the Colossus. And it's quite important to note that we can only build 7 wonders in total. So if I build 4, that means Joseph can only build 3. When it comes to, and vice versa as well. So when it comes to these cards, I'm going to go for money. So I'm grabbing this card here, the Tavern I'm getting 4 money for it immediately.
Alright, then back to me, and let's see here, you know, Drako is on my team as well. This is only a 2-player game, so, you know, we had to do the whole, you know, paper, rock, scissors to find out which one of us was going to play, and, you know, I won. You know, it's a bit sad here, but okay. So I have to take another card to go with my wood here, and if I look here I can get some science, but it's quite early to get that. Some victory points. This symbol here means victory points. It's sort of the universal symbol for victory points, I guess. This, you know. But actually I'm gonna grab this one, the military, and what I do is I have to pay the cost here, which is 2 coins, and I have a 3 here, so I'm just gonna grab that. And what happens is the little guy here moves 1 step. And if this would be the end result, I would get 2 victory points as well, because I'm in this track. If I get all the way over here, I will actually destroy coins for Martin, and vice versa. So let's see how that goes.
On my turn, I'm gonna go for the science. So I'm buying a scriptorum for 2 money, because that's the 2 coin value that I have to pay for it. Some cards are free and some cards are not. Paying 2 coins. Now play it in my play area.
Okay, and what happens now is that the cards that were hidden under here is now shown. So I can grab one of these, and let's see, it's 1, yeah, I'm gonna grab a stone. You need the production in the beginning, and I'm gonna pay 1 coin, and I usually do this, you can do it as you want, but I just like to have it like this. Alright, over to Martin.
And as for me, I'm grabbing the production value of paper here, a press.
Okay, so let's see, now I'm down to just the victory points here and the science over there, and you know, even if you're not going for a science victory, it could be a good idea to grab some science cards anyway. If I ever get 2 of these the symbol, 2 of the same, I will grab one of these bonus tiles, which have different effects that we will see later on. So I'm actually grabbing this.
But it costs you as well. I have a paper.
And yeah, here's the thing. I have to pay paper to get this. I don't have any paper, but Martin has a paper, and that means that normally this would cost me $2, but since Martin has one, I have to pay another one, so I have to pay 3 to the bank. So it's sort of a way to block each other. You get a lot of one resource, and the other one has to pay more to get that.
And this leaves me only with 2 choices, which are the victory point ones. So I'm gonna grab this one here, and it's free. Because it doesn't have a coin value on it, and it's a theater, so go theater.
Alright, and now another science popped up, but as you can see here, it's not the same symbol that as I already have, so I'm aiming for that. But there's one problem here. If I go for this one, then both of these are going to be shown, which means Martin gets to choose first on these. So I would like to go for this one, but I only have 1 coin, and as you can see, it costs 2. So what I can do instead is I can discard it, so scrap this. What I do is I just flip it over, get rid of it, and I get 2 coins. And the reason I get 2 coins is because it's the base value. If I had one of these yellow cards, like here, then I will get 1 additional for each yellow card I have.
And as you probably have seen, this card and this game is also about making sure that your opponent gets less choice of cards. So that means I'm only left with the point card here again, and I'm buying the altar, and because I don't have any other choice thanks to Joseph here.
Okay, now we get some more options here, and well, I think I'm gonna go for the break, but I just want to explain this one. This is a yellow card, which means you get more money, you get an additional coin every time you scrap a card. But in addition, this card means that if I want to buy wood, it's always gonna cost me $1. instead of, you know, if Martin had a lot of wood over there, he would increase the price for me. But if I have this card, then I will always pay just one coin for a wood. But I'm gonna grab the brick here, and it's gonna go over there. It cost me one.
And actually that's really good for me because I need a lot of bricks for my wonders. As you can see, they cost me a lot of bricks. And since Joseph actually bought the brick one, it leaves me with very little choice, you might think. But I'm actually gonna grab the clay reserve here. And that cost me 3 gold. I'm paying 3 gold to the bank. And now I can also buy, every brick cost me only 1 gold. Even though Joseph has a lot.
Well, it seems like it's my lucky day. I'm getting a lot of production here, and the new card here was 3 stone. Who could say no to that? And you know, I didn't. You know, this is just a no-brainer. Usually, it depends, of course, on the layout. But if you can get it free, then why not?
And here I will grab this one here for 3.
Alright, and now I think I'm going to go for the military again. This one cost me 1 brick, which I have, so it's free. And when I get a military one, this little guy moves on the track.
Naturally, since I see that Joseph needs a lot of glass, I'm paying 1 gold to the bank and getting the glass.
Okay, so that leaves me with the free military, so just keep going in the military, and when I get here, Martin will lose 2 coins. He only has 1, but anyway, it's good for me. And as you can see, I'm starting to build up my military here, and you know, it's starting to threaten. And in the next area, and you know, it's played in 3 areas or you know, seasons. In the next one, there will be 2 militaries at on the same card, and in the third one it will be 3. So then you can really get the military victory going. Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab this one, and I'm actually going to trash it for a total of 5 coins. And I'm doing this because I have actually 3 yellow cards here. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So I'm grabbing 5 money. So the more yellow cards you have when you trash cards to get money, the more you get.
And of course I get all the production today, so I get this brick as well. It showed up. Now I'm actually starting to think about building some of these wonders pretty soon, because I have most of what it takes.
Thinking of wonders, it might actually be a good idea for me to actually build a wonder. And this one will only cost me... Oh, this one here will only cost me 3 gold, because I have this little brick clay reserve here. So when I'm buying a wonder, I simply take this card here and putting under the wonder, under the Colossus. I'm paying 3 gold to the bank because I already produced 1 glass. And then I also get the effect that it says on the Colossus. So in this case, I increase my military might by 2, pushing Joseph back. 1, 2.
And that's the end of the first era. So now we're going to the second one. You can see here on the chart here how it's going to look. And then the third one is going to look like this. So that's how the game is played. And you have, you see here, there's a lot of military coming up here at the end. Because this will be the end, this pyramid, you know. And if we look at the military track, we're almost back to the middle where we started, and that's because of Martin's wonder. And I'm thinking about, what am I gonna get? Well, this one is one of my favorites. When I build it, I get 12 coins, and this symbol here means I get to do another turn right away. So because we go back and forth, there's gonna be, I mean, you could basically, in the beginning, you could sort of figure out which card am I going to get in the end, because I'm gonna grab one, Martin's gonna grab one, so on. But if I do this one, I can change that order a bit, because I'm gonna do 2 in a row. That changes up the order. Here we have the same thing. Here I also get a glass or a paper. And this one I will actually trash a card for Martin. I will trash one of his gray cards, and if you look over here, he actually has a few gray cards. So that could be a good idea. Alright, and because I'm further ahead on the war track, that means Martin gets to choose if he wants to start or if he gives me the first turn.
And I think I'd like to start.
Alright, then we go to Martin.
With this one, I know we have a little bit of a new pyramid, so I'm gonna go the first one, getting a glass production for free. Revealing the new card. And
alright, so we're back to the choices here. Okay, I could grab this one. Well, this one could actually be good for me, because I could get the paper and the glass for cheap, because Martin has a lot of paper and glass. But there's a problem, I only have 2 coins. What am I gonna do? Well, I really want that card. Now, usually I wouldn't say that out loud, because then Martin knows it, but for the run through. So I'm gonna take this one here, I'm gonna trash it, and that means I get 2 coins, which means I can afford the 4 coin next time. But now Martin knows it, so we'll see.
Well, this card's coming up, I know there's a card that Joseph really, really wants, and that's the card that gives me almost a really bit of money. So I'm gonna grab this one, and it gives me 6 money instantaneously, because it is actually a brewery. Hooray for beer. Det är ganska viktigt.
Okay, and let's see, now I have my 4 coins, ta-da! Throwing them to the bank, and I get this card, and now I will get glass and paper, as much as I like, almost. And also it's really good for me to get the yellow card, because then I will get 3 coins next time I trash something.
And what will I choose here? I think I might actually go for this card here. It gives me for a brickyard for 2 gold. Oh, there's the brick card. Sorry.
Okay, now I can go for the military here, because I have 2 stone. I could go for the victory point as well, but the problem is if I take this one, I give Martin this one, and now I have to check to see. Let's see, this is his sign symbol. Okay, this is the one out here then, so we're fine. You always got to check that so you don't give your opponent a free second sign symbol of the same type, because then he will get a bonus tile. And if I ask Drako here, I don't even have to ask him. He's dragon, he likes war, so he wants us to go for this one. There we go. And then we get 2 steps, so we're back up here again.
Which is important, because even though this one is covered, I don't lose 2 money again. It's only a one-time use.
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah.
And it's back to me, and that means I'm going to grab the stone here for 2 money. I'm running out of space in my play area. Oh no. Costing me 2 money.
Okay, and let's see, I really want to get a wonder going, and I can't really afford anything right now, so I need to, let's see, this card, it's gonna be flipped. I need to grab something for the trash pile, and I think I'm gonna just take this one and actually get 3 coins this time because of my yellow card here.
And that leaves me with a little bit more choices, but I'm going to grab the military here for free.
Yeah, because you have the
production.
Production.
So let's go and say hello to the parade ground.
Okay, and now it's wonder time. So I will grab the science card here. And if you look over here, I'm gonna put it under, and then of course I have to pay for this. And this is not easily done by one hand, but there we go. And I have the wood, I have the stone, I don't have the glass, and I don't have the paper, but it will cost me 1 each, so that's 2 coins in total. And there we go. And now I will get 12 coins, now I'm rich.
I also get a second turn.
And I also get a second turn, which is really nice, because when I did this, I flipped these cards up. And that would have been nice for Martin to just grab, but now I can do it instead. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna grab this one. I need 3 coins, which I have now, because I'm rich. And I also need to have a brick, which I have. And now I can, actually, I have some production of glass and paper. Might not be the best move, you know, if you're watching this and you're a pro at this, you know, you're probably laughing now. I already have this card, so why do I get, whatever. I get more coins when I trash.
When it's my turn, I think it's wonder time for me as well. Wonder time is really good, because I like wonders. 7 wonders. And what will I get? Well, I think I might get the Appian Way. Appian Way means that I get 3 coins and Joseph loses 3 coins, and I also get a second turn on it. So what I will do is I will actually grab this card here, a point card, places it under the Appian Way. And keep in mind, I produce 2 stone, because if you look here at my production, I produce 2 stone, I also produce 2 clay, and I also produce 1 paper. And that's actually exactly the cost for my wonder. So that means you lose 3 coins.
Yeah, you just get mine.
Yeah, I get mine. That's fine. It's even better for me, actually. And I also get a second turn. And that means I will probably going to get the archery, which is quite nice. I'll get the archery here. The archery range, sorry. And actually, for stone I have, paper I have, but I'm lacking wood. But thankfully I have the wood reserve here, which allows me to trade wood for only 1 coin each. And that's really good, because Joseph has some wood otherwise. Otherwise it would have been quite expensive. So for 1 coin only, I place it in my military, and I increase my military might by 2, slowly and steadily pushing back Joseph.
Right, leaves me with not that many choices. I'm not gonna open this one, because then Martin gets those 2, so I'm gonna grab this. I have the wood and I have the clay, so that's it. And we're back to the middle again.
I think it's time for wonders again for me. I'll grab the only one that left here, even though it might leave me a little bit vulnerable, because the card's being revealed here. So I'll grab this one. I'll place it under the pyramids, which doesn't give me an extra turn, but it gives me 9 points, which is quite a lot towards the end of the game, if it comes down to points. I have all the resources except 1 stone. And since Joseph actually produces 2 stones, that means I will have to pay 4 coins. 2 for the base value and 1 for each resource he's having. So that actually cost me 4 coins, and it leaves me almost out of money, but not just quite.
Alright, it seems like Drako has some idea here on what he wants us to do. Oh yeah, he wants to go for, you know, he likes this card over here because we can trash one of Martin's grey cards, and, you know, Drako likes this kind of stuff. Okay, let's do that. So what do I need? I need the glass, a wood, and 2 stone, and I think I have all that. Yeah, I do. Okay, but I still need a card. Let's see, this one should be flipped. This wood card is actually quite nice. I don't want Martin to get that one. I'll take it, and I'm gonna build this wonder here. And let's see if I can. This isn't really, you know, you should try it home. It's not easy. Okay, So now I get to move one on the military track, and I get to destroy one of Martin's cards, and I think I will go for the paper, just because he already has 2 glass. So.
Now, what will I do? I think I might actually go for the statue. And people might think that if I go for the statue, then actually I will have to pay 2 clay. Now, I don't actually have to pay 2 clay, because if you look at the symbol here of the symbol right here, if it matches the symbol on the card right here, then it actually means it's for free. It's a building cost that you just can ignore. So I'm getting that one. And that's it.
Okay, let's see. Then I think I'm going to go for another wonder, because it's a bit of a race here. You want to get all of your out before the other one. So let's see. Here I have the stone, I have the clay, and I have 1 glass, but I need 1 more. Martin has 2, so that means it's going to cost me 4. I'm just going to do that. And of course I need to take a card as well, so I'm taking this military here. And I'm going to build this one.
Right give you another
there.
turn.
Yeah, and also I get another paper or glass, which could be nice later on. And I think with that I will actually build another one. Let's see, I'm gonna grab this one, and the things here requires 2 glass, which I have now because I have this one and this one, and I need a clay and the stone, which I have, so I'm just getting this here. And I built all of my 4 wonders, which means now Martin can't build his 4th. So that's a way to block him. And it's really important actually in this case, because he has a good one over there. Okay, yeah. And I get another turn again, and I'm grabbing the last signs here, which, let's see, yeah, I have 2 brick and I have a stone, so that's 3 for me. Okay, and that's the second era. Now we're going to the third.